that just wind outside?
Yeah.
Good, good. So I want you to think there with the both is going to be for the half step and for the passage step. Just to be careful, yeah, nice. Just with the whip, that he doesn't get you to use it on a, let's say, a repetitive level with the same use, with the same severity. Think a little lighter to start, and if he's not reactive, the use it gets sharper and sharper and sharper and sharper as he goes, till he gets a little bit more, okay, I'll react. And then it goes away right away. And I would train, like, again, he's totally already has the idea. It's there. It's not, you don't have to train him to piaffe at this point. You just have to train him to kind of work a little bit more on his own with it and try just a touch harder. That's good. So, like, you get to there, walk again, good. You get to just a little bit going, kind of like in the twos and in the flying changes. I'll help him a little bit, create what I need. And I want you to think in the walk there, you're going to just sit totally still. You're going to give him a little cluck and a little tickle, and if it doesn't react, once just a little sharp. And you're only going to get 2 or 3 steps and walk again. It's like that aid sequence and build-up is going to go like a wave. It just comes in and washes out. But you're going to do it a bunch of times. So when you're ready, you just go a little, and he's not going to react at first. But you'd go, if it doesn't react just one time, sharp with the whip, and walk again. Good. So that you're just going, and that you could make even a little shorter for the piaffe. You're just going, I want to feel like I could just close my hand in the walk, stretch up, ask for that piaffe, and it just starts. Good, good, good. A little sharp with the whip. Good, and walk again. Perfect, yeah. The last 2 steps were the best steps. And what you want to train them, and you can just go 2 steps walk, 2 steps walk, 2 steps walk, over and over. I mean, it can be 3 and 4 too if it's not quite right. But what you're after are those 2, 3 steps off the lightest, littlest, easiest aid. And so what you do is you ask with the lightest, easiest aid, and because he kind of knows it enough. And when he doesn't give you the response, then there's just one big correction, and then it's back to absolutely quiet again. Once more. Little shorter thinking that first step. And walk again. Good. Nice. Yeah. And again, you can right away bring it back, think on the spot, and piaffe. A little sharp with the whip once, just one time, and walk again. Yep, walk again, little march to the walk. Be next time even a little sharper with the whip, and then ask again right away. Think on the spot, and walk. Good, super. And right away again, bring it back, and 2, 3 steps on the spot, bring it back, tick, tuck. And you can go there, I'd go maybe 3 or 4 steps, just because the rhythm you didn't quite set into, even though he's reactive. Like if he didn't know it as well as he does, I'd go, that's good enough. But he knows it well enough, I think at this point you can go, no, the rhythm didn't quite click, let's stay just another stride or 2 until the rhythm clicks. Yep. One's a little sharp with the whip if he doesn't react. Even again. Yeah, good. Again. There you go, and walk again. Good. Just if you felt that right when you first started to ask, he wasn't reactive enough, and he got you to kind of go, just help me get there. Yeah? And he still would have done it. But it's one of those where we always think, okay, in the end I have to put the whip down, I have to do it in the test with no help. And so you start to train it now going, you have the idea, now I have to make it from the whip so sensitive that I don't need the whip. Basically to my leg, to my aid. I'm going to cluck, I'm going to close my leg, and when you don't respond, the consequence comes on. Nice, good. Walk again, good. That could be a little more on the spot still. Perfect. Nice, good, super. Yeah, that's great, those steps, yeah? Like I always say to, like you could go right away again, another 2 or 3, and then walk 3 or 4 steps, and another 2 or 3. Good, good. And bring them back, sit them down, another 2 or 3, a little more collected. And walk again, good. Keep it collected, and ask again, and bounce them underneath you into it. Nice, good. So that, like, where I want to kind of feed one into the next, is I try to get him a little hot to it. So that almost, not that I want him piaffing on his own, but that he starts to kind of offer it. Where they start to kind of go, is this what you want? Stop hit, I don't want to be hit anymore. Nice, 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 good. So that it's like almost gets to that point where all I have to do is think it in my body, and he starts doing it. Little more on the spot, just a touch to sit him and coil him. Yep, use the whip sharp, just that you think again there. Now, if he backs off like he's not connecting, you can kick him. But when it comes to the piaffe steps, don't kick him. To create the piaffe steps, don't let him convince you to do it. Yeah, if it's not there, yeah, that's right. You go with that little sharp tap of the whip. You think your calf tells him, your body language tells him that's all he needs. Yeah, little kick forward, because that one he just backed off. That I would kick, right, where I go, he's dropping the contact, not staying connected up in the back. That I correct with the leg. The actual piaffe steps I would correct with the whip. Nice, perfect, good, good, super. Some of the best steps there, yeah? Passage ones when you're ready. And the same mindset, nice with the piaffe steps, good. Same mindset with the passage of going, you click into it and don't work hard. And if you start to feel like you have to kick them a little bit or you're working hard, that's where you want to go a little correction with the whip. Good, good. Circle in the middle. Yep. The moment, think if you have to cluck to them, correct it a little bit. And that correction might be, I'm going to nudge you with my leg, and if you don't give me more, then I'm just going to go with the whip once sharp. Good. A little more energy to it, so a little squeeze of the leg, and if it doesn't build, then you come with the whip, a little sharp, kind of light, and you let the light just keep building sharper, 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 sharper until the passage wells up. Good. And then you back off with it again. Good. And ask for a little more again, a little squeeze again, and if he doesn't give you more, then the whip comes on again. Right. Good. And a walk again once. Keep your contact. Does that make sense with the passage?
Yes.
Like click into it, and you go, this is what I have. I'm not going to work hard, but this is what I have. Now I want more than that if it's not enough. So I'm just going to ask now for more. The same way if I'm trotting, I want extended trot. Just going to squeeze and ask for more. And if you don't give me more, I'm going to go touch, 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 touch with the whip louder and louder each time until his body wells up and gives me more. And as soon as it does, the whip goes away. And I let him just keep passaging. And maybe 4 or 5 strides later, I'll squeeze and say, now I want a little more again. And if he doesn't react to the squeeze, not more leg aid, then the whip starts to slowly build again. So that it just keeps saying, I'm going to tune you to a squeeze in the passage to get more. I'm going to tune you in the piaffe to that same squeeze when I want it, so that I don't work hard to create it. Good, good, nice. Just a touch more forward, just a little. Yeah, and again now a little increase. Good, yeah. And again a little increase to it. Nice, super. And you bring it back once to your piaffe. Think the same way though, don't work hard. And if he doesn't hold up his end in terms of keeping the rhythm going, give him a little tap correction. Good. And again once, bring it a little back. I like that you went in and out right away. Just a little back, good, and out again. Yeah, because what you want to do is try to make them hot to that, right? Good, little kick. That you can kick again, right, because that's the drop of the connection. Good, a little back again, piaffe. And it could be a little tickle with the whip, but remember, if you give them a little tickle, each one should be a little sharper as long as you're using it. Nice, good, super. Once more, a little back again. A little tickle. And out again. Perfect. Good. Little kick there where he gives you that little shuffle. You think that's the little drop of the connection. That one I will use a little kick again. It doesn't have to be a big deal, but that's saying you got to stay in front of my leg to my hand. The piaffe passage, you go, you have to stay hot. That's the whip. Good. A little back again. And it can be, again, a light little tickle. Good. Correction. Out again. Yeah. Nice. Nice, nice. So walk again. Good. So it's like the walk then where you go 2 steps walk, 2 steps walk. You're trying to go, I want them hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. I do the same thing with the passage of going, I get them in my passage, now I want the passage hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. And then the same thing with the piaffe transition in there. I'm going to bring it a little back and out and back and out and back to the piaffe and out again so that I'm doing the same thing of going, I want this to keep building and getting hotter and hotter. And each time, you just keep saying, my leg will work to keep you connected, meaning in the passage, keep you covering ground. In the piaffe, keep you feeling like I could get back out to passage. But I'm not going to work with my leg to keep the trot rhythm of the piaf passage going, meaning like my leg won't go take a step, take a step, take a step, take a step. That trot has to just click in terms of that popping diagonal pair. And so then when you feel a falter in that rhythm, right, a slowing down, don't help him. The whip goes a light touch. And if he doesn't react and kind of re-engage the rhythm, the whip goes a little sharper and sharper and sharper until the rhythm bounces back in again, and then it goes away right away. So you're saying to him, I'm going to put the burden of the gait on you, but I'll keep you supported and connected with my calf, my feet, my leg. That all works for it. To keep the flow, to keep it over the ground, to keep the roundness, to keep your back working right. But the gait itself, when you can think of the piaf as a gait and the passage as a gait, they're both trot gaits. They're just at different heights or different ground covers, not different speeds. One just goes higher, one goes nowhere over the ground, basically. But as far as the gait goes of that trot, diagonal pair sequence, I'm not helping. And that's the whip. And then we have just to go with the whip. The whip is going to remind you to trot that sequence, not help you trot that sequence every stride. A little bit, and that's correct when you're first training it. You go, I use the whip to help the sequence, like a conductor uses a baton, right? Like on the downbeat, you're sight reading music, and on the downbeat, you hit the music stand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, so that the whole orchestra can hear this is what we're playing to. And then at a certain point, you start to go, okay, you're playing it, you have to go on your own, and now your ear has to tune into what everybody else is playing to. And that's what you're saying to him now, is I'm going to start to take the whip away a little bit, and you have to keep playing in rhythm underneath me, with a correction when you don't, versus support when you don't. Yeah, that was great. He's a great. Yeah.